Soup is perfect for this time of the year, and Ann Cox-Easton is here from Kroger with two ideas that are so good and good for you too. All right, Ann, you've got two soups here that smell good and for folks who want, and they taste good. So what are we making?
We're making tomato basil soup. It's a relatively easy recipe. I've got my saucepan going here. I'm going to put about 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there and turn my heat back up so it'll cook as we're doing this. I've got 1 large onion chopped up finely, and you can hear that it's beginning to sizzle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then I want to put like a tablespoon of minced garlic in there.
Okay.
I'm going to stir these around. We'll probably go faster than you would if you were cooking it at home because I'm going to go ahead and add all my ingredients. But we're stirring that around to kind of saute it for 2 to 3 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. I like to get the onions beginning to just turn a little bit of brown. But we've got those in there. And then I'm going to add, doesn't it smell? Okay, I've got like, this may not be in the order on the recipe. That's 12 ounces of tomato juice, and you could put a little bit more. I said 2 6-ounce cans if you buy the little 6-pack of the tomato juice. And
could you also, I'm just regular stuff, but you could use the low sodium as well to help out?
You can use the low sodium in everything in here. In fact, even our broth can be low sodium. I'm going to add a tablespoon of dried basil. Okay. And then there's 2 kinds of tomatoes here. One is this Italian style tomatoes that is available, and sometimes I use 2 cans of that, sometimes I use 1 of that and just regular diced tomatoes. You can use the petite diced if you want to. It's whatever I have in the cabinet, because I keep tomatoes. I cook with tomatoes quite a bit, so I keep those in there.
And I think I've told you this before, Yolanda keeps fire roasted.
Yes, I like that for the Mexican recipes, and then this is a can of crushed tomatoes, and this is really good in any type of tomato-based soup or even in your chilies. It adds a little bit of thick tomato base to it. And then I'm going to pour in a 32-ounce container of beef flavored broth, and this does come in a low sodium as well. This recipe has the beef broth in it. The other recipe, which is a chicken tortilla soup, has the chicken broth in it. Both of those do come in a low sodium, so you've got some options to reduce your sodium as well. And this is going to cook for 30 minutes or so on a medium high.
And in a way, this is more like just kind of a dump recipe, isn't it? It is kind
of a dump recipe, but it's really good. And of course, you know, a lot of times soups taste better the next day after you've made them than they do the day. But I generally make this when I come in the evening and serve it that night.
Okay.
So just let it cook, you know, like I said, about 30 minutes, and I'll thicken up a little bit. The aroma as it's cooking is just delicious.
The studio smells great right now. Now tell me a bit more about the other one.
The chicken tortilla soup has a chicken broth base, and it's got some cooked chicken that's chopped up or shredded. It's got a can of black beans. That's almost another dump soup as well. It's got black beans, diced tomatoes, corn, chicken broth, and some seasonings, garlic and onion once again to start with. So it's a relatively easy recipe too. And those are 2 of our favorite soups that I bring out every year to try. And then I've got some rolls to go with that, and in the chicken tortilla soup I use the little chicken
Somebody
strips.
Smelling it.
Just so happens there's a spoon handy.
You can top that tomato basil with
some sour cream.
Well, yeah.
Although I guess,
that's okay.
Light sour cream.
Or sour cream in the other one too. No, there is light sour cream, so that'd be good.
But there's a little gorgonzola cheese?
Gorgonzola cheese, Parmesan cheese, cheddar cheese, whatever you prefer. The same thing with the other one if you want to, but just to sprinkle a little bit on top is not too bad as far as adding calories and fat to it. So,
that tomato basil is yummy.
It's got a good flavor,
tastes so fresh, it's delicious.
Yeah.
That's great. All right, we're going to be tasting both of these after the show.
Definitely so. She's got more back here and nice and warm and ready to go. But there you go. Some healthy soup recipes from Ann Cox-Easton. As always, we love it when you are here.
My pleasure.
Your first time this year on the show.
It
Happy
is.
New Year to
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too.
You will find both of these recipes online in the Talk of the Town section at newschannel5.com.